show you how to make the twist and pop card using that fabulous collection of dies that you can then build into your memory book. If you want a little reminder, what is a twist and pop card? This is what I'm going to show you. Now, we're not going to decorate it. I'm just going to show you how to put the mechanism together, but this is twist and pop, and this is how you make it. So I'm just going to grab my set of dies that I've got stashed over here somewhere. I think it was one of the first ones. If I lift them all up, hopefully it's at the bottom. Good. I was organised and it's worked. So I'm going to open up my die packet. So you can see this is exactly what you're going to be doing at home, because I haven't even opened my dies yet. They're still sealed. Take them out. They're on that lovely piece of acetate. And then what we're going to do is cut the relevant pieces. I'm only going to cut one or two because I've got most of them cut here, and you'll see how to use them. The two main dies that you need are this one, which cuts and scores your panels for you. Just be careful when you're removing them from the acetate, because they are stuck on quite firmly. So don't rip it off like a sticky plaster. Just support it as you go along, and you can see I've been able to take that die off no problem at all. The same with this one. These are the two most important. Everything else on there is decorative. These two are functional. This is what's going to make your twist and pop for you. So we're going to cut both of these on the Gemini. And as you can see, if you haven't got the Gemini, they will also work in the Junior for you. So you can use whatever you've got at home. So I'll use my Gemini, and let's do the twist and pop mechanism first. So I've got a piece of black card here for that, and I'm going to cut it down so you can see that there. So I'm going to cut down into that plate, and all of the other plates are going on top. Just make sure I've got that nice and smooth there. Okay, cool. Pop that through my Gemini or your Junior, whichever you're cutting with at home. And what it will do is cut and score at the same time for you. So you don't even need to worry about making sure that you would then, once you've cut it, know where to put the score lines, because we've built all of that into the die for you, so that it's just very, very easy to use. Very easy to use, and there's no hard work for you. So I'm just going to take that off that plate and bring that back out here so you see how easy that was. There we go. So it's just come out the die, and you can see here, hopefully if I wiggle it, can you see, lovely, those score lines. So you can see I've got a vertical score line and I've got two cross score lines there. That is my twist and pop mechanism. So I've got that, and then I would also cut out this longer one, and that's the one I've already cut for you there. Okay, so I've got all of the pieces cut. That's the most important thing. So we've got those ready. Let's pop them to the side. Now, I've got one here ready as well. Now, when you make one, can I also give you a little bit of advice? Once you've followed this video, get some black and white card exactly as I've just done here, and make yourself one, as I'm doing, in black and white. And just keep it stashed in your wallet here with your dies. So don't decorate that to send it to anybody. Just make it all, stash it in your wallet to keep it with your dies. And then when you come to make this again, you won't have to remember where your glue goes and where your folds go, because you'll be able to look at it and go, oh, of course, I remember how it works. And you'll just know. So make yourself a little template for all of the different die sets and get it stuffed in your wallet. So all of my decorative pieces are going over here because I don't need them just yet. So out of the way, decorative. I've got my card base, which I've cut here. I'm just going to show you here with my little die on here. I've got a lovely little curved edge. So all I do is do myself a tent fold and then cut that on the edge, and I've got a lovely little curved card base there. So you can do a straight edge card base if you want. You don't have to do the curved edge, but I've got that ready. Let's get into that bit of card. I don't need that. Putting it on the floor. Crafty Flairy isn't flairy. The Crafty Flairy isn't here. I think I mean Crafty Fairy isn't here, and so she's not going to be able to, she's not going to get upset with me for doing that. Have I got that in the right place? Yes, I have. Why is that there like that? I have no idea why I've done that like that. Oh, I do. I can see. Right, okay. I confused myself there for a minute. I thought I'd joined it. I haven't. Right. So once you've got these two pieces, the folding of them is the most important thing. So if we deal with this one first, and if we look here on the twist and pop, we can see, and this is why I'm saying it's a good idea to make yourself a template. We can see that the first fold is a valley, second fold is a mountain, then a valley. So when we've got our flat piece of card, we're just going to do that. We're going to go valley, mountain, valley, and burnish those folds. That couldn't be easier. And a bone folder will be incredibly important for you, because that's where you're going to get all of your lovely, precise, crisp creases, which will make your mechanism work so much easier. So you can see there we've got valley, mountain, valley, and we've got the bit sticking up the side. So that's ready. That was easy. That's all I had to do. And then this one, where we've got our vertical line and then our crosses here, we fold and burnish in the following way. So we fold, lying flat in front of you, you bring over your first crease, your cross, and then you do the same in the opposite direction and burnish. So there's your two crosses, and you can see how that is there. Then what you do is turn that over. So you burnish your crosses like this, okay? Then flip and fold the vertical. And it's really important that you do those on the opposite sides so that your twist and pop comes together like a little aeroplane. And I'm just going to pop the corner of my white card in here so you can see you've got a little pocket there. Can you see that? Little pocket there, little pocket on this side too. You can see that both places. And you can see that it's opening here and opening there. So that comes together like that. That is your twist and pop mechanism, all folded. Really important that you fold it in that way. Then we just need to stick our bit that twists and pops out onto this mechanism. Now, when I first started to do these, honestly, I made a performance of it. And I didn't need to make such a performance of it. It doesn't have to be as difficult as it looks, but that is another reason why I want you to make yourself one of these at home. Because if I just pick this up and show you now from above, you can see here I can check, well, I'll do it there, that's better. Let's pull this out of the way. There we are. I can check where I have glued my pieces to make that pop. And it's really, can you see that, really quite simple? So I can look at it and go, oh, I see. Right, well, that one sticks there, aha, and that one sticks there. Really important for you to do that. Now, the other thing is you only want it to stick on, can you see how I've got that foot? I'm going to oh, there you go. That you can see that. You see how you've got it in the V there. You only stick to one of them, not both of them. Let me show you what I mean. And I find it easier to have it closed to do the sticking. So if I have it closed, as I've got here, you can see inside. You see inside there as it's closing down. Lovely. Then what I'm going to do is, as that's closing, this one, I should have had this in white really. Lesson for myself for later. Should have had that in white. Right. So check that your folds are pointing out. So you've got your flat top, your flat piece here. Can you see that, guy? I'm going to do that so you can see. There we go. So that piece there, one piece is folding out. Then your mountain is pointing towards you, and then your valley is pointing away. So you've got valley pointing away, mountain pointing towards, valley pointing away. So you see you've got a letter M. Turn it towards you. That's how you're going to do that. And then what we're going to do is stick this underneath that one there. So I'm just going to do it in white so you can see where it's going. So you can see it's going underneath. So that would go underneath there. And then this one gets stuck on the bottom there, on the back. Okay, so you've got that stuck on the back. And then if we hold that in place, if I hold that there as if it's going to be glued, and here if it's going to be glued, and then I open it, you'll see, and you can try this at home. And I would do this at home yourself several times before you actually commit the glue, because then you'll just get frustrated. Look. Can you see how that's working? Shall I cut that from white, that top one, so you can actually see it? I think I'm going to, because I think it'll just, I think I'm saying it to you and you're like, I can't see, I feel like you're shouting at me, I can't see it. I can't see it, Leann. So I'm going to do it because I really want you to be able to see it. I think it's super important. So I'm just going to cut this in white for you for a second, guys, because I think you'll see it more clearly, and should have thought of that, but never mind, never mind. Here we go, pop that in there, all the plates on top. The joy of having the Gemini is that it only takes me 18 seconds to do that, and having a die that does all the cuts and scores for you means that it just takes you couple of seconds anyway to get it through, and then fold it with your bone folder. I think this will make it easy for you to see. I do want it to be easy for you to see because I want you to be able to reference this back, and I also want you to be able to achieve it very quickly at home because it's super easy. It's just about knowing where to put the glue and where to fold it. So here we go. You can see this is the same as my black one that I've just cut here, but I've just done it from white. And remember, I was doing valley first and burnish, mountain next. And you see, I'm not having to, those score lines are already in the right place. And then valley again. Here we go. So there's exactly the same as I've got there in the black card. All right, cut with the die with perfect proportions, everything in the right place. Here's my twist and pop fold that we've just folded, and here's this. So remember, we're folding that up flat, and then this one is going underneath there. Now you can see it, look, that's going underneath there, and then this one is like that on the back of there. See how much easier that is for you to see? I'm happier now. Now, what I was showing you before is, see now, I would have made a mistake, look, because what I didn't do was get my letter M pointing at me the right way. Look, so I need my mountain pointing towards me. This is why it's really important to make yourself a little template and watch the video. So now that I've got that in the right place, I would tuck that under there and tuck that there. So that's just tucked in, you can see there and there. Okay, got it. And then if I grab this bottom one and that top piece, see, they've got them there, one white, one black on the top. And then if I do one white, see how it's just sprung open a little bit there, which is fine. One white, one black at the bottom. And then I do this. Ta-da! You can see how it works, can't you? So you see how that mechanism's working. So then once you know that, you're like, oh, well, okay then. So now I'm just going to slide that out because that's where I need my glue. Now, I would highly recommend at home when you do this that you use a wet glue. Really important that you do that for me, because people are going to be twisting and popping that little sucker all the time, and what you don't want is for it to fall apart. So you're going to make sure that you use a wet glue, give it a good rub, and let it dry. If you're too impatient and you're just putting your little template together like me, then of course you can use a tape pen, but make sure you use a Crafter's Companion tape pen because they are the strongest on the market. So then I've stuck that there. You can see it's stuck, but it's not stuck at the back. I turn it over, keep my twist and pop mechanism down, and then I know that I'm just putting my tape pen now here on this side, and I'm just gluing that one back piece, and I can see where I need to put my glue. You could apply your wet glue there, rub that in place, give it a good burnish with my bone folder so my glue's sticking, my tape pen sticking. Crafter's Companion tape pens are fantastic, and you can make this with your tape pen, but if you're giving it to a child or it's going to be an heirloom for the next 25 years, then make sure that you do it with a wet glue. So that's all ready now, and if I do this, my twist and pop mechanism is done. Now, how easy is that? And you can see that's just by keeping it closed, sticking one little bit there, opposite on the other side, making sure you just glue the little bit, and it's done. So the bits that stick to your card, if we look inside, you can see are just the little, can you see? Oh, I was looking at myself. I was showing myself there and forgetting that I needed to show you, are just the little triangles. So I've got my card open here, ready to pop it in, and that's going to go there. Okay, so in the center. So I'm putting the triangle, the edge tip of the triangle up against the fold of my card. All right. And then I'm taking my glue pen, and again, a wet glue for you, or if you've got a tape pen, make sure it's a Crafter's Companion tape pen. Don't get the glue anywhere other than on that little triangle there. Then shut your card on top of it and give it a good burnish and a rub. Okay, so I've got that shut. Turn it over, open your card, see it moved. Oh, look, and I've burnished it in place. I need to, this is what happens if you've got a wet glue. This is easier. I want this to be straight. Sorry. Put that in there straight. Right. Glue that back down. Lovely. It's in straight. So then, imagine you haven't seen that. Pretend it didn't happen. Open it up. There we go. And you can see it's nice and straight inside. And then we're going to pop our tape pen here. Because when you glue the first side down, let it dry before you open it, then it won't move around. Glue pen just on the triangle. Make sure you don't get it anywhere else. So just on that bit, that triangle there, because I don't know if you can see that fold line. And then close this one. Give it a good burnish so that it's nice and grabbed and stuck. And we've got it in the point. And then what should happen, are we ready? It's the $20 million question, guys. Twist and pop. There we go. And the more you twist and pop it the first few times, those score lines will get used to following that shape, and it will just twist and pop no problem for you, as you can see there. That's also helped by using your bone folder and burnishing the lines as you've seen me burnish as we went along. That is it. How quick and easy is that? And that looks like the most complicated one, and actually it's super easy once you know where your folds and your gluing happens. I mean, really. And then you can use all of the little accessories inside to embellish it up. So you've got all of your little accents and frames, your little pieces and pockets, etc. You don't need to see me doing that, because the most important thing for you was, how on earth do I make that twist and pop out of my card? Which you can see it's done there, and it's incredibly easy to do. So you've got the little pockets on there. So that's how you put a twist and pop together. Let me just show you a couple of decorated ones, because I think that's really good for you to see. So you can see these are some of the accessories. We've got a separate little card inside here. I just did it inside the main card there, but you could frame it inside of a larger one. And then when you open this, there we go, it pops out. You can see how easy that is, isn't it? Gorgeous. So you've got your lovely twist and pop there. And then another example down here. I'm sure there's another one. Oh, here it is. Here's a more vintage one. How fabulous. You've got to do for that. And then another one here, which I love. Oh, I like this one. You ready? This is just making it straight as a card without having an extra little card inside. Look, and we've got our Sarah on here. We've got little Charlie and Oliver in there. See how Sarah with her sunshades, she got her sunshades on? Yes, she has. Simon, her husband, at the top. And then look, you've got little pockets in here where you could put memories of Disney holidays or whatever it is that you want to pop in there. So you've got your little photographs, and then you can pop it back shut. There we go. So that's how you make the twist and pop. And don't forget, if you love this one, there are lots of other dies in the collection. So do remember to check out those YouTube videos and see how you make all of the other sets as well.
Happy birthday, everybody! And who doesn't love a great party? Happy birthday!